And this is some sort of rodeo, I think. And it's the first shots of the family together. I just assume this is someplace near San Diego that we went to see this rodeo. Or I might say rodeo. Me, Griff and Millie, Steve, John, Coon, Elve, Ed, Doris, Dad with his pipe, Doris and Ed. That's Aunt Olive, Olive Matson, my dad's aunt. They lived in San Diego too. Her husband Chatty was a retired Navy man. I don't know why we got the cheap seats in the back bleachers there. Who knows? A lot of this movie is going to be me just sort of guessing at what's going on because Dad left no notes. I know this is Elve and Bill's car in front of us, so we were heading someplace as a group, and I'm not sure what city this drawbridge or that bridge is part of, but I know now because I've done some research that this is the ferry to Coronado Island, which is off of San Diego. And it appears that we decided to take a ferry across to go to Coronado Island. There's Bill, his boys, Steve and John. Me and Cliff. Griff's in there somewhere. There's the 5 of us. As we're leaving the dock, Ed and Doris, Dad. Here comes Elve. It's Bill and the boys up front. And the Coon's car looks like it's right at the head of the line there, so we'll follow them out. We've docked. We're getting off on Coronado Island. I'm not sure what there was to see there. I'm not sure what we saw there, but this building gave it away. I was looking for clues. Next, we have a trip into Mexico. We spent the afternoon there, and now we're back in San Diego on the beach enjoying some sunshine and at the San Diego Zoo. It was a world famous zoo back then, and it still is, of course. And we're on a ride outside of at the zoo. The boys all get to ride these fanciful butterflies. Dad and Ed playing catch. Actually, Bill's got a glove too. Bill and the boys. And to make the family complete, Uncle Stan flew in from his Air Force base. He was based in California someplace. He was in the Air Force at the time, active duty, and he joined the family for a long weekend. Took some leave. We were all just thrilled to see him. Now we're on top of a tower someplace in San Diego. I don't know where, but it's sort of overlooking the harbor and the city. Stan, Dad with his pipe, and Bill there in silhouette. Driving back, I was surprised by these oil derricks, but I know that there's a lot of oil that they took out of California, so there's some sign of it right there along the coast. We're at Grauman's Chinese, outside of it. And here Cliff is learning to play golf, his first golf strokes. Pretty impressive. I think these are taken, this shot was taken, I think, at Gunnard Johnson's home in Los Angeles. Gunnard was my mother's, I forget whose relative he was, but he and his wife lived in and died in Los Angeles. And now we have moved down to another place to go do some sightseeing, and then that's Knott's Berry Farm, outside of Los Angeles. Disneyland wasn't built yet. It was being built, but I think it opened maybe within a year after we were there. John and Steve Kuhn. And we are saying goodbye to the Kuhns. Our trip with them, look how loaded that car is. And a lot of them, I think my dad's wearing a sport coat to drive off in. The cousins shaking hands, and someone says, give him a hug. Give him a hug, okay. And on the way, we left San Diego, drove back to drove back north, and my folks had friends named the Olivers who lived in the hills outside of Los Angeles. And I wonder if their home is still there. Their home was built on stilts up there. Really quite impressive, but I wonder what's happened over the years. I lost track of them since my folks have been gone. Well, this will end the second reel of our California trip, 1954. The third reel will follow, and pictures of our trip back home.